All right, let's get right into it. We're cracking open a confidential threat dossier for this one, and our focus, it's a biological entity that completely changes the game when it comes to metahuman threats. We're talking about Subject 8 Ikarus.
You know, this quote from the case file, it just cuts right to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? We're not just dealing with some guy who got sick. No, the subject and the pathogen, they're one and the same. A single, terrifyingly efficient, living weapon.
Okay, so let's get the basic facts on the table. The subject's name is Dr. Armin Ikarus. He was a scientist at LexCorp, and yeah, he's the original patient zero of the Amazo virus. But what you really need to pay attention to is his classification. This isn't just one thing. It's a three-layered threat. He's a biological contagion, a power replicator, and a hive mind controller. We're going to break down exactly what that means. And also, keep an eye on his current status, neutralized. That's important, but it comes with a major catch we'll definitely get back to.
All right, let's dive into how this whole thing kicked off. Section 1, the patient zero anomaly. This is really the turning point. The moment this thing went from being just a random virus to something, well, something much, much worse.
So where did it all start? A lab accident at LexCorp. Pretty standard stuff, right? Wrong. Dr. Ikarus was the very first person exposed to this new Amazo virus, and that one single accidental infection, well, it was the spark that lit a global fire.
And right here, this is the core mystery, the big anomaly. For literally everyone else who got infected, the virus was a death sentence. You'd get some random temporary powers, sure, but then your body would just fall apart. It was fatal, period. But with Ikarus, the complete opposite happened. The virus didn't kill him. It perfected him. It created something permanent, something stable, a whole new kind of life form. He basically became the living blueprint for it.
And that stabilization, that leads us straight into our next section, permanent metamorphosis, because now we have to talk about the long-term, terrifying consequences of what he turned into.
So his new official designation, the organic Amazo. And the key thing to grasp here, the really crucial point, is that this isn't a disease he has, it's what he is. It's his very being. He basically became the living source code for the virus, a non-stop walking incubator just ensuring it would keep on spreading.
And this is where the immediate danger just ramps up. Think about it. As the main source, he doesn't need to touch you, he doesn't need to bite you, the virus is airborne. All he has to do is walk into a room. Any unpowered human nearby is a potential host. His threat radius isn't measured in feet, it's exponential. It just grows and grows the more people are around.
But here's the kicker. His ability to spread a plague, that's just the opening act. Now we've got to look at what happens when he gets into a fight. Section 3, the living arsenal. Yeah, he's way more than just a carrier. Ikarus is a one-man army.
So get this, even before he copies a single power, his basic form is off the charts dangerous. The virus gave him a permanent upgrade. We're talking raw strength and durability to go toe-to-toe with the heavy hitters, you know? And at the exact same time, it cranked his brain up to 11, turning it into this tactical supercomputer that's always analyzing you, looking for your weak spots in real time.
But his main weapon, his go-to move, it's something called rapid biological metamorphosis. And I want to be super clear here. This is not technology, it's not magic. Ikarus copies any power he sees by physically and instantly rewriting his own DNA. His body literally becomes whatever weapon he needs in that exact moment.
And the process for doing this? It's terrifyingly simple. Step 1, he just has to see it. That's it. Line of sight is the only thing he needs. Step 2, his body just takes over. It mutates, right down to the cellular level to build whatever biological hardware is required to use that power for himself. It's wild.
Okay, and check this out. These are actual tactical examples of how this works in the field. He doesn't just decide to shoot lasers from his eyes. His biology physically rebuilds his eyeballs to be able to do it. He doesn't just start floating. No, he grows a pair of bat-like wings. He can even copy technology but make it organic. He can spit out a living, breathing version of Wonder Woman's lasso or Green Lantern's constructs. You see, this isn't just copying someone's moves. This is full-on hardcore mutation.
You know, there's an analogy in the research notes that just hits the nail on the head. Think of him like a living universal adapter plug. You know, the kind you use when you travel,
But instead of just connecting your phone to a different wall socket, he rebuilds his own body right there on the spot to perfectly plug into any power source he sees.
But if you think the threat stops with just one guy, you are mistaken. And this brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most dangerous part of this whole equation. Section 4, the hive mind contagion. This is where a single person becomes an entire weaponized ecosystem.
So, the most important thing you need to understand is this. The real danger was never about fighting one man. It's about fighting his army. See, Ikarus has this constant, powerful telepathic link to every single person infected by the virus. Just wrap your head around that for a second. Every infected person's mind, their every thought just gets absorbed into his. He's not just giving orders, he's pulling the strings. They become one single entity, a collective, with one single goal: wipe out all uninfected life. And to top it all off, he can act like a remote control for their powers, amping up his own soldiers or just switching off the powers of any infected heroes who try to stop him. It's terrifying.
Which brings us, finally, to the current status and how to handle him. Section 5. Subject neutralized.
So, for all this insane complexity, this whole system has one single massive weak spot, a glaring vulnerability. The virus, and by extension, Ikarus himself, it just can't handle the cold. Sub-zero temperatures shut it down completely. So cryogenics, that's the kill switch. It's the only way we know of to put this threat on ice, literally.
And all of that leaves us with one last kind of chilling thought to chew on. We're always worried about the thinking machine, right? The rogue AI that learns how to become a weapon. But the whole case of Armin Ikarus, it's a totally different kind of horror. This is biology itself. This is evolution turned into a weapon. It's a plague that doesn't just kill you. It thinks, it plans, it directs its own destruction. So it really makes you wonder, what's the greater threat? A machine that learns to kill, or a disease that wants to?